Welcome back to Green is Good. This is the Green Festival's edition of Green is Good. And we have Cono Sur Vineyards and Winery on. We've got Max Erlwein on with us. He is the USA brand ambassador of Cono Sur, and we have a sample right here of Cono Sur Vineyards and Wines, a bottle of their great wine from Chile. Welcome to Green is Good, Max.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, Max, before we get talking about your great brand Cono Sur, talk a little bit about your own journey. Before we started taping, you were fascinating me with your education history and the fact that you grew up in Santiago, Chile.
Yes.
But talk a little bit with our audience about being a brand ambassador and the great education that you have and why they chose you to send you here.
Well, I think that they choose me because I'm a winemaker by profession, you know. I'm
Enologist, really?
Exactly. My degree is in Chile. If you want to be a winemaker, first you have to be an agronomist.
Agronomist.
So that's my background. You know? I spent 6 years studying agronomist or agriculture and engineering, and then you took a specialization of the winemaking thing. So that's why they need someone to communicate things. You know, my job here is I'm not a sales guy. I came here just for communicate the things that we do in Chile, the things that we do in Cono Sur, helping the salespeople, because sometimes the reps from all over the country, they have so many brands that they don't know about the specific things about Cono Sur, and there is nothing better to explain those things from a winemaker. So that's why. I
mean, you're really an expert. So they sent an expert.
You're always learning. I'm not an expert. Of course, there's people way better than I. But in terms of the Chilean wines and the Chilean characteristic of the wines, yeah,
right.
I can do some.
And you could talk the talk. You could talk the vernacular with the sommeliers and the restaurateurs across America.
Yes.
You could really deliver the information that they need.
Exactly, and there is nothing better for communicating from a winemaker.
It's brilliant.
Because it's well different. For example, to say, well, this is a wine from Chile. It's good and it costs X.
Right.
Besides, there's a wine from Chile, from the Valley of Colchagua. It's 100% Sauvignon Blanc. For making this wine, we use this kind of technique, blah, blah, blah. How do I know? Because I made it.
You made it.
Exactly.
That's
so
perfect. And for our audience out there that wants to see how to buy and where to find Cono Sur wines, you could go to their great website, www.vineyardbrands.com, vineyardbrands.com.
That's my importer.
That's very important. And tell us a little bit, before we get talking about the nuts and bolts of the wine, tell us a little bit about your blogger competition.
Oh, the blogger competition, it's a competition that we started in UK. The bloggers post some recipes, you know, like vegetarian recipes, sometimes vegan recipes, and
that can match up with your wine.
Exactly, and they receive some incentives. Sometimes they have special trips. Sometimes they have a special events. You know, it's a kind of thing at least in Europe, and this is going to be the first year that we're going to release in the US.
US.
Yes.
So for the bloggers out there in the U.S. that love eating sustainable foods but want to match them with sustainable wine, you got to go to their website?
Yeah, conosur.com, yes.
Conosur.com?
Yes.
Or vineyardbrands.com?
Also, but the Vineyard Brands goes directly to conosur.com.
Oh, perfect.
But you can go to Vineyard Brands also.
Perfect,
no
perfect.
problem at all.
So it's coming to USA this year for the bloggers in the USA.
This is the first year, yes.
Wonderful. Talk a little bit about how sustainable your brand is through their DNA. So let's talk a little bit about growing the grapes, and then also all the way to take us through growing, harvesting, and delivery of the wines.
Exactly. We cover the whole process. First of all, 25% of the production of Cono Sur is certified organic. We have BCS certification, which is in a German certification. Only 75%, the rest, it's in integrated vineyard management, which is in a sustainable certification. Cono Sur doesn't make regular management anymore. That means in the organic management, we are not allowed to put any kind of chemical control, such as herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, insects, nothing kind of sites, right?
Wow.
Plus, we are not allowed to put any kind of synthetic nutrients, such as urea, superfosfato triple, all those kind of nutrients that is so common in the regular agricultural. We are not allowed to put it in the soils or in the vineyards. That's the viticultural fact.
Okay.
But also, Cono Sur, we have around 11 different certifications from different concepts. One thing is the organic thing, and the other one is the process. And in all our process, we measure all the carbon footprint from the picking to from the farming to the delivery. We measure all the CO2 emissions.
Wow.
We identify the part of the process who produce more CO2 and we reduce it. And the things that we can reduce, we compensate it by carbon neutral delivery certification.
Wow.
We were the first vineyard in the world to get the carbon neutral delivery certification. That means.
What does that mean?
That means that all the CO2 emissions that we produce from the shipping, from the trucks and the vessel,
you offset it.
We compensate it by green bonuses. Just for giving an example, Chile is the southest country in the world. Just one shipment from Chile to China sometimes could take 1 month or 1 month and a half in vessel. So all the CO2 emissions that delivery produce that we cannot control, we compensate it. So all these wines, particularly this one, this is 100% organically growing grape wine. It's an eco glass bottle, that means a lighter bottle. We recycle the labels, and also it's no CO2 emissions. You're not going to find something similar from Chile. At least from Chile, I'm pretty sure you're not going to find something similar.
I haven't heard something as anywhere.
For me, as a winemaker, as a technical area, it's quite hard to make this wine even greener. I cannot. You
can't think of it.
Exactly. There is
scientific. Yeah. So the bottles even a little bit.
Eco glass bottles.
This is recycled paper for the labels
and from the cases also.
Wow.
So it's like we have all the certifications, CMARS, carbon neutral delivery, tube, PCS, double ISO. So
talk a little bit about some of the awards you won. You won Green Company of the Year in 2011. Who gave you that award?
It was the Drink Business magazine in UK.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. And where do you and in the USA for our listeners? We have listeners and audience viewers around the world though. Where can people find your wonderful and delicious wines? We're
working with Vineyard Brands, which is our partner and importer. Vineyard Brands have presence in all over the country. There is a few states that they don't have presence, but actually there's all over the country. So these wines should be available from West Coast to East Coast, from all over.
In wine stores or great restaurants?
In wine stores, restaurants, and sometimes, depends on the state, some supermarkets and grocery stores either, because here in New York we are not allowed to sell it in the supermarkets, right?
Right.
But in other states, you can find it in Whole Foods and Trader Joe's.
Does the Cono Sur brand, Max, do what they did with you in the United States? Do they send other enologists that help work on their brand to UK or other countries in the world?
Actually, no, I'm the only one.
You're the only one.
I'm the only one, but no, I have to say, I'm not the only Chilean who lives outside of Chile. We for the Asian market, for example, we have 2 Chilean people living in Shanghai.
Okay.
For the UK market, we have 1 guy living in UK. And I'm living in the States. And for the European market, we hired 5 French people. So we're a Chilean winery who hire French people to sell.
Really? Equal opportunity.
Exactly.
So you're big in France, UK?
No. We're not big in France.
No.
We're big in certain destinations in.
Tell us where.
We're big in UK.
UK.
Canada. Good. Japan.
Really?
And here. And here, the most important thing. This year is put some focus in the US, yes.
And how about China? You mentioned 2 reps in Shanghai. Is it growing in Shanghai? Is it growing in China?
The people who live in Shanghai, they take over all over the Asian market. But yeah, in China we're doing some stuff. We're going to start to growing. So.
Start small, and you're going to start the process now.
But I have to say that in terms of the organic management and in terms of the sustainable thing, I'm quite impressed about how the US are started to giving more important
to sustainability.
Exactly.
Finally catching up here.
Yes, I have to say that I was quite impressed.
This is this is a Cabernet Sauvignon that you brought.
Actually, it's a red blend. It's a 60% Cabernet Sauvignon and 40% Carmener from Valle Central. In Chile, Valle Central means we use different appellations. Actually, in this case, we use a big percentage of Colchagua.
Yeah.
But also we use grapes from Limari, a little bit, Maipo, Cachapoal, and Maule. Different valleys in Chile.
So what would this be? Would this be dry or on the sweet side, or what is this?
No, this is a dry red blend. We don't make sweet. Yeah, it's a dry red blend. I really like this wine because it's a kind of young style wine. That means it's quite easy to recognize the main characteristic of the varieties. You know? the fruity of Cabernet Sauvignon, the black peppers and tobacco from Carmener. It's a nice acidity, nice minerality, nice touch of oak. It's we spent 1 year in barrels.
Really?
Yeah, second use French oak.
What other organic wines do you have besides this wonderful wine?
We also
How
have,
wide is your selection?
We have four varieties. This is a red blend, and this is the only blend that Cono Sur as a winery made. Because in Chile, if you want to call a wine like a Cabernet Merlot, well, you have to put at least 85%.
I gotcha.
So this is less than 85, so we cannot call, it's a red blend, which I like it that way.
Right.
We like it that way.
Okay.
But we made Pinot Noir, Sauvignon Blanc, and Chardonnay.
So these four,
yes,
part of your organic line.
And they're
all here in America now too?
They are all here in America. They're all here in America. And
Gotcha.
Also there are the other ones like the Bicicleta line. We drive bicycles. For us, bicycle is that we're...
What does that mean?
Our cellar is located in Chimbarongo, which is a small town 2 hours south from Santiago.
Right.
So, for example, the workers wake up in the morning, they pick the bike to go to the cellar to work in the pruning, in the harvest, in the picking, or even in the cellar too. So it's a way to honor our workers, because sometimes the winemaker is the rock star and the winemaker, but nobody takes care about the workers who actually those guys made a really hard job and they make a really good job. So it's a way to give the workers a recognition. We put the labels, we put the bicycles, which is something to belong them, exactly,
to show that this is an effort of everybody,
exactly,
from the ground up. Those workers with you,
exactly.
Wow.
The bicycle or bicicleta represents the commitment that Cono Sur have with the environment, like a Green Company of the Year, one of the top 10 most admired brands, and represent the commitment that we have with the environment. And the third reason, Cono Sur is a kind of young company running by young spirit people, For us, bicycle is something fun. It's something simple that everybody can do. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a rich people. You don't have to own your own chateau, whatever.
It's very democratized.
Exactly. So something that everybody can do, and it's
That's
inclusive.
So nice.
It's integrated. So that's why we put the bicycles, and so far it's been a huge success. Bicycle. If you go to our cellar in Chimbarongo or in Chile, instead of put you in a Mercedes-Benz or in a chopper, we're gonna put you in a bike.
That's nice.
From I've seen the CEOs or big presidents or big brands, we put them on bikes, and they're happy riding bikes into the vineyards, and they love it.
It's probably one of the best experiences of their life.
Yeah, for foreign people, you don't have too many chances to ride bikes in a vineyard in Chile, so it's a good experience.
Right. We're down to the last minute and a half, Max. Any last thoughts you want to share with our audience and our listeners and our viewers about your beautiful wine, Cono Sur?
Well, first of all, thank you for the support that you guys given to us.
Absolutely.
We're really happy to be here. I think that really, every winemaker,
of course,
have a really proud of that.
Yeah.
But this wine have a lot of good attributes. It's not just organic. It's a carbon neutral. All the other thing, this year, in the Wine Spectator magazine, the same one, but the Harvest 2011 was chosen number 44 in the world. They have top 100.
This one right here in front of us?
In the 2011.
2011.
Yeah, so
wow.
Besides the fact this is organic and sustainable and no CO2 emissions, it's one of the best wines in the world, in at least the 2011 Harvest. So
wow.
We're talking about here something which is affordable, clean, and with a really good quality. And
it's actually great quality, and it's good for you.
Exactly.
Well, you've had it today. This was the first time we've ever had the actual winemaker himself. Max, thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been an honor to have you on, and Cono Sur, to have Cono Sur on. For the bloggers out there that want to join the new competition with their four organic wines, please go to www.vineyardbrands.com to learn more about Cono Sur or learn more about their blogger competition or join it.
Exactly.
Please go now. I got to tell you this. You are a rock star, sustainability rock star, and truly living proof that green is good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.